Homestead. We are actually using the plastic taps. These are really inexpensive, usually around 30 cents each, somewhere around there. If you buy them in bulk, they're even cheaper. So we're going to tap, we're going to drill and tap this in. Then we'll be using this tubing, and this tubing then goes into the end of this tap, and then we steer this into a bucket. Now we'll also use these Ys, and we'll connect a couple of different taps and run them into a common tube, and then that common tube will go into the bucket. Now for my bucket, I've just got a cheap Home Depot bucket and lid. I've drilled the lid where the hose will go through. So this is in that effort, remember, to keep as many bugs out as we can. So we drill it to size, and then we'll put it in. And then daily, as this sits on the ground, I don't have to worry about it falling off the tree, being blown off the tree or anything like that. We'll go around and we'll pick it up, and we'll pull our sled and fill up a bigger container that we have. So that's what we're going to do. I'll go ahead and tap the tree, and hopefully you'll, if you've not done this before, you'll be inspired to go out and tap some trees and make some syrup. Okay, so our first tap we're going to put right here. Now, I always like that when you're tapping, when it starts dripping, you'll notice how quickly that's dripping. That means it's running good today. This tree is historically one of my best trees, and it historically runs really well. So we'll go ahead and get our tap into this, and we'll lose a little bit of sap, but that's okay. This is a good sign. Try to clear out our hole. We go 2 to 2.5 inches in. You can actually mark your bit that way if you'd like to, but you know, can't taste how sweet it is yet, but I know it's there. So we're going to put this in, and we'll go ahead and tap. We'll set it at a slight angle because our bucket's going to be over this way, and we'll run the hose that way. We hear that solid sound. That means we have a good tap. Notice how it's dripping, and we'll get 2 or 3 more taps into this tree. We'll get our bucket set out, and I'll catch up with you after I'm done with that. All right. Notice how fast that's dripping, and you'll see how I've got 3 of them tied in together. I'm going to put one more tube in that goes into the actual bucket at this point, and then I'll get a picture. All right, you can see how we have the 3 taps in the trees. We've got our Ys, putting them all together, and then we're flowing into the bucket now with the lid on it, and we've got a steady drip in there. You want to try to avoid too many upturns in your line if you can. You don't want to create any air traps. You want to get the best flow that you can. Sometimes that'll mean you have to twist your hose a little bit on your tree or something like that while it's on there to make sure that you got a good flow. So this one's dripping now. I expect we'll have a couple gallons probably to get tomorrow out of these 3 different taps. We'll have some videos coming up on how to set up your arch and how to begin evaporating. So thanks for coming along for the ride. I've got a lot of work to do.